Okay, this is our last week before spring break. We are still really working on the basic skills needed to exceed on this Georgia Milestones test. We're going for 525 or better as a score on our test, so we really want to keep practicing these basic skills. Okay? All right, on Monday, 3,289 plus 432. Again, be sure that you line these numbers up according to where they are on the place value chart. I know I say that all the time, but it's very, very important. Okay, start in your ones place. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry your 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 9 plus 3 is 12. Put your 2 down. Carry your 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 plus 4 is 7. Nothing to carry. 3 plus nothing is 3. So 3,721. 3,721. Okay. I want you to break that number apart into expanded form. By expanded form, I mean take every single one of the digits and tell me the value. In order to know the value, you've got to know what place it is in. So the 3 is in the thousands place. The value would be 3,000. The 7 is in the hundreds place, so the value would be 700. The 2 is in the tens place, so the value would be 20. And the 1 is in the ones place, and the value would be 1. This is expanded form. Go ahead and write that on the back of your paper. Pretty sure you'll see that on Georgia Milestones. 3,000 plus 700 plus 20 plus 1. We just broke apart that number into the value of each digit, and that's expanded form. Okay? All right, 975 minus 347. After you evaluate the problem, you see that there's more on the floor. I've got to go next door and get 10 more. If I borrow a group of 10, this would become a 6. Then when I regroup this, I add that group of 10 to that 5, so 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. 6 minus 4 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. So 628. $628. Okay, I had a question about this one this morning. Connor had $100. So if you're going to use a tape diagram to draw this out, you know that the whole amount that he has would be represented by this whole rectangle, $100. Okay? He gave Kobe 1/4 of it. Well, that tells me that I'm going to divide or partition this whole into 4 equal parts. How much money did he have left? All right, well, I've got $100 divided into 4 equal parts. That means that each part has to be $25. This is multi-step problems here. Okay? He gave Kobe 1/4 of it, so he only gave away $25. And I'll just write down here. Excuse me, so you can see it. He gave Kobe $25. Okay? That's not what the question wanted to know. The question wanted to know, well, how much does he have left after he gives away that $25? Well, he's got that much left. Well, How do we find out how much that much is? You can do two things. You can add 25 plus 25 plus 25. Our markers are running out this morning. 25 plus 25 plus 25. 5, 10, 15. Carrier 1. That'd be 2, 4, 6 plus 1 is 7. So I can see that he has $75 left. Well, by this time in 3rd grade, you also know that repeated addition is multiplication. So let's multiply that. 25 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. Carrier 1. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Get the same answer. Okay? So it says how much money did he have left? $75. So you should have all of this worked out on the back of your paper. There's no way that you can do that without working it out. I need to see your work. Okay? All right, let's do 23 times 6. 2 different ways we've talked about over the last couple of weeks, well, months really, to do this. We can do the box method, which is basically the distributive or the break apart method. If I have a square, I look at each one of my digits. That tells me how many parts to break this box into. 23 tells me I need 2 parts here. You got to know the value, 20 and 3. Well, 6 here is only 1, so I just put a 6. Find your basic fact. 2 times 6 is 12. There's that 0. Use that little trick. So 20 times 6 is 120. 3 times 6 is 18. Because we're using the break apart method, we've got to put these numbers back together. Okay. 0 plus 8 is 8. 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus nothing is 1. So 138. Now if you did this the old-fashioned way, 3 times 6 is 18, carrier 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So either way, you're going to get 138. Break apart distributive method, old-fashioned way. 138. Okay. Write the fact family for these factors. All right, gosh, they give you everything you need. You've got 63, a 7, and a 9. 7 times 9 equals 63. 9 times 7 equals 63. 63 divided by 7 equals 9. 63 divided by 9 equals 7. So you need to fill that in on your paper. Don't forget these simple things. 7 times 9 is 63. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 divided by 7 is 9. 63 divided by 9 equals 7. Okay. All right, on the next one, there was a mistake. You need to change that to say 19 minus 4 equals 3 times some number. 19 minus 4 equals 3 times something. Okay, and then your equations, you got to make both sides equal. Well, 19 minus 4 is 15. I have to make this side equal 15. So my diamond or my rhombus has to equal 5, because 3 times 5 is 15. Make a picture that shows 1/10 of something. Make it easy. Don't make it any harder than it has to be. 1/10. I divide this into 2 parts. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Shade one of them. 1/10. I am an isosceles triangle with 2 equal sides. Draw me. An isosceles triangle has to have 2 sides that are the same length. 2 sides that are the same length. So if I wanted to get really technical, let's just say I'll draw 2 inches. The next side would have to be 2 inches. Same length, 2 inches, 2 inches. And this is about 1 3/4 inches. All right, so that would be 2 inches. That would be 2 inches. This was about 1 3/4 inches. Got your angles here. So an example of an isosceles triangle. And these marks are showing that these 2 sides are equal. And this side is a little bit different. Okay? All right, and find the area of this figure. So I've got a rectangle. They give me the measurements. The length is 17 inches. The width is 10 inches. I've got 17 times 10. Find you a basic fact. 17 times 1 is 17. Use that zero trick. 170 inches. And since they used inches, I'll use it here. Just know that 170 inches, that's the symbol for inches. 170 inches. Square inches it should be. 170 square inches. Okay, that's area. Now we can take that same rectangle and we can also find the perimeter. If that's 17, that's 17. If that's 10, that's 10. Perimeter equals 17 plus 10 plus 17 plus 10. Associate these different numbers together. 17 plus 10 is 27. 17 plus 10 is 27. If you're having a hard time seeing, this is going to be 54. Go do it this way. 27 plus 27. 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry your 1, 2, 4, 5. So 54 inches. Your perimeter is 54 inches. Okay. All right, I want to look at a couple of things on your homework before I turn the camera off today. What is the value of the bolded number? Value. Okay. What is the value of the bolded number? So if I have 8,351, I see that that digit right there is in the hundreds place. So the value of that 3 would be 300. Solve the following problems. Pretty simple. Really working on those basic skills this week. Look at number 6. What is the sum of 425 and 632? We know that that clue word right there, sum, tells us we need to add. Solve the following problems. Pretty basic. Look at number 10. What is the difference between 975 and 347? Here's your clue. Difference means subtract. Solve the following problems. Got some more subtraction. Yes, you are probably going to have to borrow and regroup on several of these. Okay, and then we've got a line plot which goes along with what we were doing last week. Here's your line plot. Be sure you understand what you're counting by. Which test score did the most students receive? How many more students scored 90 than 100? 90 than 100. How many students in all took the spelling test? And how many more students scored an 85 than a 95? Okay, so several different things you have to look at from the data on that line plot. All right, pass your weekly worksheet to the front. Put your math homework in your homework folder. Please get somebody to check it. Okay, these are excellent review problems. No need for anybody to be turning in weekly homework that's not passing, because somebody can check this for y'all. I need it signed and I need it turned in by Friday.